A tired traveler stood at a crowded crossroads with a heavy backpack overflowing with things he thought he needed, watching countless paths pull him in every direction, until one quiet voice inside whispered, "What if you put down everything that doesn't truly matter?" In that gentle moment of clarity, his shoulders relaxed, his steps became lighter, and a beautiful new journey began. This is the warm, life-changing heart of Essentialism, The Disciplined Pursuit of Less by McKeown, a book that feels like your most thoughtful, loving friend sitting with you on a park bench, looking into your eyes with kindness and saying, "Sweet friend, you don't have to do it all. You were never meant to. Let's learn together how to choose what truly matters so you can live with more joy, impact, and peace." Let me share the full essence and lessons with you softly, the way we would talk when life feels too full and your heart longs for space to breathe. McKeown spent years studying highly successful people and noticed a powerful pattern. The most effective, fulfilled, and respected individuals weren't doing more than everyone else. They were doing less, but the right things. They had learned the disciplined pursuit of less. They said no to the good so they could say yes to the great. This idea lands like a warm blanket on a cold night, comforting, freeing, and full of hope. You are not failing because you feel overwhelmed. You are simply living in a world that constantly shouts more. Essentialism is the gentle way back to what matters most. McKeown contrasts two ways of living, the non-essentialist and the essentialist. The non-essentialist thinks, "I can do it all." They say yes to almost everything, spread themselves thin, and end up exhausted, stressed, and wondering where their time and energy went. They feel busy but rarely effective. The essentialist, on the other hand, asks, "What is essential?" They pause, explore what truly matters, eliminate the rest, and then execute with focus and joy. This shift feels like moving from chaos to calm, from pressure to peace. You feel seen when Greg describes the exhaustion so many of us carry. The endless to-do lists, the guilt of saying no, the fear of missing out. He reminds you with such kindness that choosing less is not selfish. It is the most loving thing you can do for yourself and the people around you. The journey of an essentialist has three simple parts: explore, eliminate, and execute. First, explore. Take time to ask big questions. What brings you the highest contribution? What activities give you energy rather than drain you? What are your core values? Greg encourages slow, thoughtful reflection instead of rushing. He shares emotional stories of people who finally paused and realized they had been chasing things that didn't light them up. One executive discovered his family was suffering because he said yes to every work request. When he explored what mattered most, everything changed. You feel hopeful reading these moments because they show it's never too late to pause and realign. Next comes eliminate, the brave and liberating part. This is where you learn to say no with grace. Greg teaches the 90% rule. If something is not a clear 9 or 10 out of 10, it's a no. He shares practical ways to say no without damaging relationships, kind scripts, clear boundaries, and the courage to protect your time. Emotional moments come when he talks about the guilt many feel when saying no. He gently reassures you that every yes to something non-essential is a no to what is essential. Eliminating creates beautiful white space in your life, room for what truly matters. Readers often feel tears of relief imagining their calendars with breathing room instead of constant pressure. Then comes execute. Once you know what is essential, create systems to make it happen. Schedule it first. Build routines that support your priorities. Remove obstacles. Greg emphasizes that essentialism is not a one-time decision but a disciplined way of living. He shares inspiring examples of leaders who protected time for their most important work and achieved remarkable results. A team that eliminated unnecessary meetings suddenly became innovative and energized. A parent who made family dinner their essential thing watched relationships deepen. These stories wrap around your heart like a warm hug, showing that small, consistent choices create extraordinary lives. One of the sweetest lessons is about the power of trade-offs. Life is full of them, but essentialists embrace this truth instead of fighting it. They ask, "What do I want to go big on?" and willingly let go of the rest. Greg talks about the joy that comes from this clarity. You stop feeling torn in 100 directions and start feeling purposeful. He also addresses fear, the fear of disappointing others, missing opportunities, or not being enough. With compassion, he reminds you that the discomfort of saying no is temporary, but the regret of spreading yourself too thin lasts much longer. Practical wisdom flows through every chapter like a caring guide. Use a journal to list what is essential in different areas of your life: work, family, health, personal growth. Create a stop-doing list. Set boundaries with technology. Learn to play, rest, and recover so you have energy for what matters. Greg emphasizes that essentialism improves every area. Your work becomes higher quality. Your relationships grow deeper because you are more present. Your health improves when you stop chasing every diet or trend and focus on what works for you. Even your finances benefit when you spend only on what truly adds value. Emotional moments throughout the book make you feel deeply understood. Greg shares his own struggles with overcommitment and how choosing essentialism brought more joy to his marriage and parenting. Stories of people who were burning out yet found new life by simplifying. A busy professional who stopped attending every meeting and started producing breakthrough ideas. A mother who said no to extra activities so her family could have peaceful evenings together. These real human experiences touch your heart and fill you with quiet determination. You are not alone, and change is possible. As you begin living as an essentialist, beautiful shifts happen inside and around you. You feel lighter and more energized. Stress decreases because you are no longer trying to do everything. Clarity replaces confusion. Confidence grows as you see real results from focused effort. Relationships improve because you show up fully instead of half distracted. Most importantly, you fall back in love with your life. The days feel meaningful instead of exhausting. You become a calmer, more present version of yourself, the person you've always wanted to be. Friend, this book is speaking straight to your tired, beautiful heart right now. You are not lazy for wanting less on your plate. You are wise. You deserve space to breathe, to focus on what lights you up, to be fully present with the people you love. Start today with so much kindness toward yourself. Take 10 quiet minutes and ask, what is essential in my life right now? Write it down. Look at your calendar and identify one thing you can eliminate this week. Practice saying a gentle but clear no. Celebrate the white space you create. When guilt or fear shows up, speak to yourself like a loving friend. Choosing this frees me to do what matters most. Progress is gentle and imperfect, and that is perfectly okay. Greg McKeown wrote Essentialism after seeing too many good people burning out in a world that glorifies busyness. He wants you to feel hopeful, free, and deeply empowered to design a life that truly fits. You deserve to wake up excited about your days instead of overwhelmed. You deserve relationships that feel nourishing. You deserve work that feels meaningful. The world does not need you exhausted and scattered. It needs you focused, present, and bringing your best self to what matters most. Essentialism is more than a book about productivity. It is a loving permission slip to live lighter, deeper, and truer. Say yes to less today. Choose what is essential. Protect it with care. Watch how your life becomes richer, calmer, and more beautiful than you imagined. Your future self is already smiling with gratitude, peaceful, energized, and fulfilled, because of the brave, wise choices you are making now. You've got this, dear friend. One essential choice at a time, your most meaningful life is unfolding with grace and joy. Keep choosing what matters. The best is still ahead.